Nobody saw this coming. The unbelievable update about Cardi B and Stef Diggs' relationship that shocked everyone. For weeks, fans had been speculating. For days, rumors had been circulating. But nobody, absolutely nobody, was prepared for the revelation that was about to explode across the internet. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs had been quiet. Too quiet. No cryptic tweets. No Insta stories. No subliminals. Just silence, a silence that felt heavy, strange, and almost scary for fans who had been watching every move of their newly strengthened relationship. But then, one late evening, 1:14 a.m. exactly, Cardi B broke the silence. She posted a single black and white photo. Her hand holding Stefon's hand. But the caption? Just 3 words, "We need talk." Fans went wild. Comments exploded. Millions refreshing desperately. What did she mean? Was something wrong? Had something happened to their son? Was there drama with Offset again? Was Stefon in trouble with the bills? No one could agree. But the truth was even more shocking than anyone guessed. Red Heart Fire Chapter 1, The Tension That Nobody Noticed. Behind the scenes, things had been building for weeks. Stefon had been distant. Canceling date nights. Missing calls. Looking stressed on the sidelines during games. Cardi, on the other hand, had been fighting her own storm, juggling motherhood, her music comeback, the pressure of the media, and the emotional baggage of her past relationship issues. They loved each other. But something was breaking, slowly. And Cardi felt it. She had noticed Stefon retreating into himself. He'd stare at nothing for minutes. His phone would ring and he'd step out of the room. During dinner, he'd barely eat. At night, he'd toss and turn like something was haunting him. Cardi tried to ignore it. She tried to trust. But she couldn't shake the feeling. My man is hiding something. High Voltage Chapter 2, The Night Everything Broke Loose. It happened the night before Cardi posted the photo. They were in Stefon's penthouse. Rain was pouring outside, heavy and loud against the windows. Cardi was sitting on the couch with her knees pulled to her chest, silent. Stefon stood across from her, rubbing his hands together nervously. The atmosphere was thick. You could almost breathe the tension. Finally, Cardi snapped. "Stef, what is going on with you? You're not yourself. Talk to me." Stefon swallowed hard. His voice cracked. "Cardi, you're not gonna like this." Her heart dropped. She whispered. "Are you leaving me?" He shook his head quickly, eyes reddening. "No. God no." But what he said next changed everything. Collision Chapter 3, The Unbelievable Secret. Stefon took a deep breath. And revealed the truth he'd been hiding for months. A truth so huge it almost knocked Cardi off the couch. He had been secretly planning something life-changing. Something massive. Something risky. Something that could change both their futures forever. He reached into his jacket. Pulled out an envelope. And handed it to her. Cardi, confused, opened it slowly. Inside were legal documents from 2 states, a confidential letter from his agent, and a sealed proposal agreement from a major network. Cardi's eyes widened. Her breath caught. Her hands trembled. Because the documents revealed one thing. Ring Chapter 4, Stefon Diggs was preparing to leave the NFL. For her. Yes. You read that right. Stefon Diggs, one of the highest paid, most electric, most dominant receivers in the league, had been negotiating a full early exit strategy. Not for money. Not for fame. Not for injury. But because I'm tired of losing the people I love to this game. And I refuse to lose you. Cardi froze. She stared at him like she didn't recognize him for a second. Stefon continued, voice breaking. My contract ends soon. I'm walking away. I want to be a father full-time. I want to build a life with you. I want peace. I want us. Tears rolled down Cardi's cheeks instantly. She covered her mouth. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody ever expected Stefon Diggs, the superstar athlete, the unstoppable beast, to sacrifice his entire career, for love. But there was more. Tornado Chapter 5, the real reason Stefon made the decision. Stefon confessed something even deeper. 4 months, he had been battling anxiety and depression quietly. The constant pressure. The brutal hits. The non-stop travel. The loneliness. The fear of losing Cardi the same way she lost people in her past. It was breaking him piece by piece. I'm not okay, Cardi, he whispered. I need a different life if I'm going to keep the people I love. Cardi's heart shattered at that moment. She ran into his arms. They both fell onto the couch crying, holding onto each other like the world was ending. It was raw. It was real. It was powerful. Fire Chapter 6, Cardi's decision that shocked him back. After minutes of silence and tears, Cardi pulled back, wiped her face, and said something that flipped Stefon's entire world upside down. If you're willing to change your whole life for me, then I'm willing to change mine for you. Stefon blinked. Confused. Heart pounding. Cardi stood up, walked to her purse, and pulled out something too. Her tour contract. She had been secretly planning a major world tour comeback, something fans had been craving. But she placed the contract on the table and said, I'll cancel everything. I just want our family. I want peace too. They stared at each other, stunned, emotional, not believing what they were saying. Both had been secretly preparing to sacrifice everything to protect what they had. Without even knowing the other was doing the same. Heart with Arrow Chapter 7, the new beginning that nobody expected. That night, they made a pact. A real pact. To build a life away from the noise. To put their mental health first. To protect their family. To raise their son in peace. To love without fear or pressure. They agreed to move to a private estate in upstate New York, a quiet place with open land, trees, fresh air, and no paparazzi. The plan was bold. Unexpected. Beautiful. And that's why Cardi posted. We need talk. It wasn't drama. It wasn't breakup. It wasn't chaos. It was a message to the world. Something new is coming. Something big. Something fans never imagined. Party Popper. Chapter 8, The Unbelievable Update. The next morning, Cardi and Stefon posted a joint announcement video. In it, they looked calm. Happy. United. Stronger than ever. Cardi spoke first. We're choosing US. Stefon added. Life is short. Family is everything. We're starting a new chapter. Then Cardi leaned on his shoulder. He kissed her forehead. And fans literally lost it. Twitter exploded. Instagram crashed for 6 minutes. TikTok went insane. News outlets went into overdrive. Everyone saying the same thing. Nobody saw this coming. But it wasn't over. Cardi ended the video with words that would haunt the internet. And this is only the beginning. Here is your very long, dramatic, internet-breaking story based on your title. Nobody saw this coming. Unbelievable update about Cardi B and Stef Diggs' relationship. For weeks, the internet had been buzzing with whispers, leaked screenshots, and cryptic emojis from both Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Fans thought they had seen everything, the heartbreaks, the reconciliations, the emotional updates, even the shocking family twists. But nobody, absolutely nobody, expected what happened next. Chapter 1, The Silence That Started It All. It began with silence. Cardi B, who normally posted memes, jokes, or spicy clapbacks, suddenly went quiet online for almost 3 full days. No Instagram stories, no tweets, nothing. Stefon Diggs, on the other hand, posted a picture of himself sitting alone in an empty stadium with the caption, "Sometimes truth ain't pretty." Fans panicked. Blogs went wild. Reddit exploded. People assumed the worst, a breakup, a scandal, something dark. But behind the scenes, something completely different was happening. Chapter 2, a private meeting that changed everything. According to sources close to both of them, Cardi and Stef met in a private mansion in Beverly Hills, no entourage, no cameras, no assistants. Just the two of them. Cardi had been carrying a huge emotional weight, something she hadn't shared with anyone, not even her closest friends. And Stef? He came with a truth that he had been terrified to reveal. When they sat down, it wasn't the dramatic confrontation fans imagined. It wasn't shouting or crying. It was quiet, heavy, tense. Then Cardi finally said, "Stef, there's something you need to know." Stef's reply stunned her. "I already know. And I've been waiting for you to trust me enough to say it." Nobody, not even fans who analyze every detail, had any idea what was coming. Chapter 3, the unexpected confession. Cardi finally let it out. She confessed that over the past month, she had been reconsidering everything about her life, her music career, her public image, her future, and yes, her relationship with Stefon. She told him she'd been feeling pressure, fear, confusion, and worst of all, she felt like she was losing herself in the public obsession around them. But then Stef dropped his truth, and it flipped everything upside down. He revealed that he had quietly been taking therapy for months, not for mental health struggles, but because he was preparing himself emotionally to make a massive, life-changing commitment to Cardi. Cardi froze. Fans had believed he was pulling away. But the truth was the opposite. Stef had been trying to grow into the kind of man he believed Cardi deserved. Chapter 4, the document that changed their future. Then Stef did something nobody expected. He pulled out a sealed envelope. Inside was a written letter he'd been rewriting for weeks, a letter he planned to give Cardi when the time was right. In it, he explained that he wanted to build a future with her, but only if she was mentally, emotionally, and spiritually ready. He wasn't rushing her. He wasn't pressuring her. He was asking for honesty. When Cardi finished reading the letter, tears rolled down her face, not from sadness, but from the relief that someone finally understood her without demanding anything in return. Chapter 5. The real reason Cardi disappeared. The truth finally came out. Cardi hadn't been avoiding Stef. She had been avoiding the world. She needed time to understand what she wanted, not what blogs expected, not what fans fantasized about, not what critics said, and not what trolls screamed. She wanted to find clarity before making the biggest decision of her life. And what was that decision? Whether she was ready to move forward with Stef, in a way much deeper than fans ever imagined. Chapter 6, the unbelievable update. After hours of honest conversation, shared vulnerability, and emotional release, Cardi and Stef made a pact, one that would shake the entire internet. They agreed to heavy checkmark step back from the spotlight together. Heavy checkmark rebuild their relationship from the inside out. Heavy checkmark attend private couples therapy. Heavy checkmark set boundaries with social media and the press. Heavy checkmark focus on emotional healing before any big announcements. But then came the real shock. Stef told Cardi he was ready, truly ready, to take the next step. Not a proposal. Not a breakup. Not a dramatic twist. Something far more meaningful. Let's not rush into forever. Let's build it the right way. No cameras. No pressure. Just us. This was the unbelievable update nobody expected. After months of public chaos, rumors, drama, and headlines, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs chose peace. They chose work. They chose love, slowly, intentionally, and authentically. Chapter 7, How the Internet Reacted. When the update finally leaked, through a close friend of Cardi, social media exploded. Fans cried tears of happiness. Others were shocked. Critics admitted respect for the maturity. Blogs scrambled to rewrite their narratives. YouTube analysts posted hour-long breakdowns. For the first time in months, the tone surrounding Cardi and Stef shifted from chaos to hope. People realized this wasn't just celebrity drama anymore. This was a real